Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So let's do this. Let's answer the question, can the iPad Pro, especially the M1 iPad Pro with its blazing fast chip and up to 16 gigs of RAM finally replace your laptop? The answer always has been a maybe with a big clause at the end saying depending on your workflow. So in this video, let me try and explain where the iPad Pro can replace your laptop and where it falls short. And probably it will be like that for the foreseeable future, even after taking iPadOS 15 into account. Just before proceeding guys, please do hit that subscribe button, support smaller YouTube channels like mine so we can continue making videos for you and keep it going. So let's get on with the video. First, let's look at the things where the iPad can easily replace your laptop and in some cases actually work better than your laptop. First and foremost, it is content consumption. The iPad is the king here. And once you use the iPad for consuming content, you will not go back to your laptop. The ease of use combined with an amazing battery life and wealth of content streaming apps, the iPad is the unbeaten champion here. And most of these apps work brilliant with the multi-touch input and do not need the precision of a mouse pointer. Next is general web surfing. With the iPad now showing full desktop websites, general web surfing is much more easy and natural on the iPad. The multi-touch input makes everything very natural, as if it should have been like this right from the beginning. Next, ebooks and course material. See, the iPad again is in its full form here, giving you that close to actual book kind of an experience when it comes to ebooks and course material for your uni or your school. I know it's no Kindle, but you can fine-tune the screen to cause less stress on your eyes whilst gaining that fully colored multimedia view of your content when needed. Next, Stylus Input. The Apple Pencil makes the iPad a boon for artists and students. I've actually seen our graphic designers buy specialist pens and pads to sketch and draw on laptops and computers, whereas the iPad just offers amazing control via the Apple Pencil and the infinite canvas where you can create masterpieces and fill in notes and more notes for your school or uni work. Next is video editing. See, once you get used to the multi-touch navigation for editing your videos, switching back to a mouse pointer will make it seem like a downgrade. Scrubbing the timeline, snapping and sliding clips, it all feels so easy and natural on a touchscreen. It's a shame that Pro apps like Final Cut Pro are not available on the iPad yet. Otherwise, I don't think we'll ever switch back to a computer when it comes to video editing. Finally, casual gaming. If you like to relax and unwind by playing some Angry Birds or running through the tombs by swiping, then there isn't a better device than the iPad. The portability and multi-touch navigation combined with some augmented reality makes it so much fun for casual gaming on the iPad. Now let's see where the laptop or the MacBook totally outdoes the iPad. Number 1, versatility. A laptop is as versatile as it can get. It can adapt to any workflow or usage situation. Right from hardcore computer stuff like programming, debugging tools, database management, web servers, to mid-range stuff like Word, number crunching, emails, and downright casual stuff like entertainment, social media, and browsing, the laptop can adapt to any of these scenarios without a single issue. Whereas the iPad takes a bit of adjustment, needs some alternative routes and additional accessories to do a few of these tasks efficiently. And for hardcore computer stuff, it cannot handle it. iPadOS 15 is going to introduce Swift coding on the iPad, but say if you work with editors like Notepad Pro or want to run a web server or to connect to a database, you really are out of luck. The iPad is not meant for those things. Reason number 2, I/O. See, even if with laptops and MacBook ports slowly diminishing, the usefulness and power of these ports is far superior to what you get on the iPads. Yes, the iPad Pros and the iPad Airs do get USB Type-C port now, but it is not the same. The ports on the iPads hasn't got sufficient power to work with anything that you plug in. Sometimes it needs adapters that allow pass-through charging, and sometimes downright it doesn't work with stuff like wired printers or wired mouse or keyboard. Whereas the laptop is king when it comes to I/O. Plug in anything and it just works. Even if it doesn't work, you can find a driver, install it, and kind of make it work. Next one is Files. We take this so much for granted, but the Files app is one of the most important applications on any computing device. iPadOS really opened this up and added a lot of functionality and features, but it still doesn't match the real thing. For example, there is no estimation when you copy files across. A simple progress icon would have been amazing, but iPadOS lacks that. Then there is no way to set defaults for all file types. Every time I want to open an AVI file, I have to share it, and then choose a third-party program to open it. Whereas on Windows or Mac, you can actually just set the default one, and next time it just opens via that application. Multitasking is also a bit fiddly, but iPadOS is going to sort it, and that is one of the features which I'm most excited about on iPadOS. But still, it's no match for something like this. Next point is external monitor support. This by far gets the biggest hit on iPadOS. I know the new Thunderbolt port on the M1 iPad Pros now supports Apple's 5K displays, but external monitor support goes as far as replicating your iPad screen, that too in the aspect ratio defined by the iPad. There is no way of configuring it based on the external monitor's resolution, or it doesn't have options like extending the display or turning one off and just using the external monitor. So the iPads only allow you to mirror the iPad display in the resolution defined by the iPad. But at least when playing movies, it does turn off the iPad screen and takes full advantage of that external display. Next point, user management. The iPad is devoid of any sort of user account management. There is only one user account associated with the iPad, and if you want to add a family member to the same device, you are out of luck. There isn't even a guest mode, so when you hand your iPad over to your friend or your colleague, they get full access to everything that you've been doing on your iPad. The iPad really is a personal device, and it's not meant for sharing, or you can share with your family members at your own risk. Next reason is Pro apps. Yes, iPadOS does have some Pro apps like LumaFusion, Photoshop, etc., but it's not the same thing as their full-blown professional desktop counterparts. The iPad App Store is simply amazing, and you can pretty much find an app for everything, but their desktop counterparts, in most cases, are completely different altogether. Take iMovie for instance. It's far more superior on a Mac than its iPad counterpart. Next point is downloads. On PC, you really can download and install anything. If you fancy a program out there which is very unique, then as long as you have a decent antivirus software, you can definitely download and install it. Now, same is not the case on iPad. Apple dictates on what you can download and install on an iPad. Sure, it does keep viruses at bay, but you do miss out. Take Fortnite for instance. I bet a lot of you guys were upset when Fortnite was booted off the App Store. Which brings me to the next point, gaming. See, the iPad is good for casual gaming as stated before, but with a PC, it's a total different picture. As long as you have decent spec on your machine, you can play console-grade games here. All major titles do have a version for PC, and with the right device, you can totally outdo the PlayStation 5 and Xbox as well. So there you go guys, both the computer and iPad are like two different streams which meet only at certain points. I don't think Apple will ever get macOS onto the iPad, so the iPad will never be a complete computer replacement. But It will complement the computer like no other. It will help and even enhance your experience if you use it in conjunction with your laptop or Mac. So if your workflow falls majorly into one of these two types which I mentioned in the video, then sure, get that one device. But if your workflow crosses paths, then you need to bite the bullet and get both of them to get that best of both the worlds. So that's all for the video, guys. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do let me know if you agree with my points here, or if I've missed anything, and if you want to add, please feel free to add it via the comment section so other viewers can benefit as well. And if you like this video, hit that like button, guys, so YouTube algorithm will push this to more viewers out there. And whilst you're there, the subscribe button is just a few pixels away. Please do click that if you're not already subscribed, and join our ever-growing team RaavMedia, which is going 5,000 plus strong at the moment. So that's all for the video, guys. Thanks a lot for staying with me until the end. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.